Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Brookings School District and our Brookings partners, Hy-Vee Food Stores and Century Business Products welcome you to Bob Joseph Gymnasium for tonight's Class AA Boys Basketball Contest, where we welcome our guests, the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders, to take on our hometown Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We ask that all in attendance take a moment for tonight's first Band Trust sportsmanship message. Thank you for coming out to support our young people in SDHSAA sports. We all love those intense games, big moments, and memorable plays. So whether you are a parent, player, official, coach, or a fan, let's be a positive example of how to handle the highs and lows of this awesome sport. Cheer for your players, respect those around you, support the officials and coaches, and be fun to play with or sit next to. Enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please stand and join us in honoring America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by the Mickelson Middle School 8th grader, Cora Kleinjohn. As a reminder, proper respect for the flag is to remove your hats, stand at attention, and place your right hand over your heart. Active and retired military personnel may salute and show proper respect to the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Cora. Now, let's make it started with our paramedical group starting lineup. First, for our visitors, the Sioux Falls Roosevelt Rough Riders. At forward, number 0, a 6'5" senior, Justin Duvall. At guard, number 1, a 5'9" senior, C.J. Schmaus. At forward, number 5, a 6'5" senior, Carson Boynes. At forward, number 10, a 6'5" senior, Memphis Violander. And forward, number 23, a 6'4" junior, Bryson Stroker. Sioux Falls Roosevelt is coached by Mr. Mitch Ferryman, who is assisted by Trey Waltner, Zach Fenstroy, and Jordan Waltman. And now, let's meet your Brookings Bobcats. First, for the cheerleaders, we have Alyssa Soltero, Nevaeh Hintz, Stella Anderson, Adia Kushron, and Megan Cool. The Bobcats cheerleaders head coach is Jasmine Peterson. And now, before we meet the Bobcat starters, here are tonight's future Bobcats. A big shout out to the Brookings Basketball Association for organizing and sponsoring this year's Future Bobcats. Starting at power forward for the future Bobcats is third grader from Dakota Prairie Elementary, Luella the Leaper. Oh! Luella loves knocking down three-pointers and locking down her opponents. She is undecided about her future career, that is, after she is done tearing it up in the WNBA. And starting at shooting guard for the future Bobcats is 3'9" first grader from Dakota Prairie, Ingrid the Incredible. Oh! Ingrid's favorite food is a cheeseburger, and she is so good at schooling her defenders on the mini court that she plans to continue on and be a teacher someday, or a dentist. Ladies and gentlemen, your future Bobcats, Luella and Ingrid. Oh! And now, here's the starting lineup brought to you by Vera for your Brookings Bobcats. At guard, number 2, a 6'2" senior, Joe Hunter. At forward, number 5, a 6'2" senior, Chase Bauer. At guard, number 12, a 5'11" senior, Drew Johnson. At guard, number 22, a 6'1" sophomore, Noah Reese. And forward, number 25, a 6'6" senior, Bergen Tesla. The Bobcats are coached by Mr. Joe Anderson and assisted by Sharon Westbrook, Tim Reese, and Ethan Hart. Tonight's American trainers are Savannah Letterman and Eric Curry. Our officials are Nick Allen, Brett Coleman, and Jeff Schroeder. The administration tonight is Jeff,
etc. Bergen Tetzloff will be jumping it up against Justin Bilal. 6'5" senior Bilal against 6'5" senior Bergen Tetzloff. Bobcats will be going left to right from my vantage point here in the Dallas Cole press box to start things off. Roosevelt back right to left. Here comes the opening tip. And it is won by the Bobcats. Lease will start things off for Brookings. They have the first offensive possession. He's near the bottom of the circle, dribbles to the left, left open off a pick from 3, no good. And a rebound is grabbed by Schmaus, who brings it up. He's going to start the offense, he'll back it off. Bobcats in a zone defense here, it looks like. They're going to get it into the corner. Left wing for Bilal, he goes right side for Schmaus. Schmaus in the lane for Hoynes, who goes down in the corner. And back out to Schmaus. Schmaus down the right side of the lane, left open, runner is good as he got all the way to the bucket. Full court pressure now, as they'll use that length to pressure you. Tetzloff goes to Hunnemer, who brings it across the timeline. Goes cross court left side for Johnson. In the circle to Lease. Lease gets a pick to the left wing. Hesitation dribble into the front court. Gets the shot blocked by Justin Bilal. Taken by Schmaus up ahead. He gets it to Bylander, who wanted to dunk it. Didn't have the pathway as Hunnemer got there to bother him just enough. He had to lay it in. 4-0. Roosevelt, 6:50 to go. First quarter. Hunnemer across the timeline. And he steps on the sideline as he was double teamed. As they got it across half court, but turn it over anyway. I want to say thanks to Pepsi for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Schmaus will bring the ball across, get things started. Down in the corner they go for Hoynes. Back to Skogsberg. Skogsberg top of the key, passes right wing for Schmaus, who ball fakes, dribbles into the lane, kicks it out left wing. 3 for Skogsberg, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Bylander. Bylander drives baseline, takes it up strong, no good. He'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot a couple. Foul is going to go on Drew Johnson. That's the first of the game.
First Bobcat foul, number 12, Drew Johnson.
Bylander, 72% free throw shooter coming into the game. Averages just under 11.5 points per game. Knocks down the first one here. I want to say thanks to Active Heating for being a sponsor of high school sports here on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Again, apologize for the voice. Doing the best I can. Second free throw, no good. Bylander. Bobcats get the board. Lease now brings it across. He'll start things off for Brookings. Lease dribbles right, hands off for Huntemer. They're in his zone defense. Actually, man-to-man just switching. Lob in the post for Tetzloff. Tipped away from behind. Tetzloff regathers it. Gets it to Huntemer underneath the bucket for an easy 2. Bobcats on the board. 5-2. 6 minutes to go here. First quarter. Schmaus right wing. Dribbles into the elbow. Kicks it out left side. A 3 is up and no good for Bilal. Rebounded by Bauer. Lease will bring it up. Hesitation dribble against Bilal. Crosses over. To the right wing. Backs off. Picks up the dribble now in a dangerous spot. Picks it and goes in the backcourt for Bauer. He'll swing it left wing for Johnson. Johnson goes top of the key. Huntemer left open from 3. No good. Rebounded by Bilal. He'll bring it up left side. Bilal goes right side now for Skogsberg. Back to Bilal. Swings it left wing for Hoynes. Hoynes gets it stolen away by Huntemer. Huntemer up to the other end. He'll take it all the way to the bucket. And should have been a goaltending call. No call, but the tip back is good for Tetzloff, and the Bobcats are within 1. 5-4. 5:05 to go here. First quarter. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor. Schmaus pump fakes in the lane. Turnaround shot. Gets it to go off the board over the top of Tetzloff. Schmaus just 5'9". That might be generous. Lease double team. Passes through it to Johnson on the right wing. He goes cross court left wing for Huntemer. Huntemer in the corner for Bauer. Back out to Huntemer. Into Tetzloff. Turnaround jump hook is going to be no good off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped and now grabbed by Schmaus. Schmaus picks it up. Goes left side for Skogsberg. Back to Schmaus. Pump fakes. Dribbles into the lane. Through the lane. Picks it up. Kicks it out right wing for Bilal, who pump fakes. Takes it through the lane. He'll get it to go off the board. Flying through traffic. It's 9-4. Bilal's got 4. Leading scorer for Roosevelt. Huntemer gets it back from Lease. Now back to Lease. He'll bring it across left side. He bounces it to Johnson, who's in the lane, who takes it up and goes off the board. Almost too strong. He got it to fall through. Johnson's got his first bucket. It's 9-6, and a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one with him. 4:04 to go, first quarter, 9-6. Roosevelt with the lead in their ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
From chasing a personal best.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Covey Sports Bar and Grill. 4:04 to go. 9-6. Roosevelt with the lead, and they've got the ball out of the timeout. Schmaus will start things off. Nicole Thiab on the end of the game. They go left wing now for Joseph Fortherms as well. In the corner, they get it to Bilal, who knocks down a 3 right out of the timeout. It's 12-6. Roosevelt. Tetzloff just in front of half court, gets it to Lease. Back to Tetzloff across the timeline. In the corner to Hayden Jones into the game. Jones dribbles to the elbow in the backcourt for Lease. Swings it right side for Huntemer. Huntemer gets it tipped away. He's going to be fouled, though. It's going to go on Fortherms. Will be the first foul for Fortherms. First of the game for Roosevelt. Huntemer will inbound near sideline in front of the bench of Roosevelt. He gets it into Lease. Back right side for Huntemer. Huntemer looks inside. Nothing there. Cross-court pass, dangerous. Somehow found its way to Bauer. Bauer to the right elbow. Pivots, goes in the backcourt for Huntemer. Left wing Lease. Down in the corner for Jones. Jones back out on the wing. Huntemer going to hoist a 3. Nothing but net. Big bucket for the Bobcats. Huntemer's got 5. And it's 12-9. 3:05 to go. Pass in the backcourt. Schmaus had to chase it down after tipping it. Through the lane. Bounces it to Bilal. Tipped away. And last touched by Brookings, I believe. It's going to stay with Roosevelt underneath. 22 to shoot. 3 on the game clock. Bauer sits down. Gavin Smith back in, or rather in for the first time tonight. Inbounding going to be Schmaus, left side, baseline, underneath. Goes in the backcourt to Bilal, left wing. Bilal goes now for Fortherms. Vortherms, rather, he's got it in the backcourt. He passes to Skogsberg, gets it right back to Skogsberg on the wing. Picks up the dribble to Bilal. 5 on the shot clock. Bilal kicks it out left wing. Vortherms kicks it in the corner. Schmaus for 3, no good. Rebound in the lane, tipped away, grabbed by Jones away from Skogsberg. Delise up ahead to Smith in the corner. Picks up the dribble, and he's going to take an extra slide of the pivot foot. Travels back over to Roosevelt, goes the basketball. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction for being a sponsor here. Vortherms goes in the lane. They kick it in the corner to Skogsberg. Back to Vortherms. Right side to Schmaus. Schmaus tried to short hop it on a double hop and let it go right by his hand, out of bounds. Bobcats get it back. Coming back in is going to be Memphis Bylander, sitting down Justin Bilal. Hunnemer will inbound. 2:15 to go, first quarter. 3-point lead for Roosevelt. Pick from Tetzloff. Left front court goes Lease. Goes out top of the key for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles to the elbow. Bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tipped away, now stolen by Vortherms. Schmaus, who was falling to the floor, tried to tip it ahead to Bylander, but can't get it to him. Just off of his fingertips, out of bounds. Back over to Brookings.
Bobcats number 5, Chase Bauer.
Bauer back in. Hunnemer sits down with 5 points for the Bobcats, leading the way. 5 of their 9 here early. Just under 2 minutes to play, full court pressure. They get it into Lease. Lease passes around a double team to Smith. Smith dribbles it up court. Pivots, goes left side for Lease, who will bring it across the timeline and set up the offense. Coach Frederickson said they wanted to get to their half-court offense. They do here. Tetzloff gets it above the left block. He dribbles in the post. He's going to be fouled. It's either going to go on Schmaus or Thiab. It's going to go on Schmaus. His first, second of the quarter for Roosevelt. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System for being a sponsor here. Lease will inbound, and he gets it to Tetzloff in the backcourt. Tetzloff dribbles. Going to hand off for Lease. Lease thought about the step back 3, hangs on to it, goes left wing for Bauer, dropped it into Tetzloff, triple team, kicks it out to Lease, who pump fakes, dribbles in the lane. He's going to be fouled. Got the runner to go, but it was on the floor. It's going to be 2 quick ones on Schmaus. Bilal will check in. Bilal comes in, Schmaus sits down with the 2. Tetzloff will sit down as Hunnemer's back in. They just kind of manufacture places to get him some rest. They don't like to bring him off the court for obvious reasons. Smith in the lane, a tough runner, no good. Rebound tapped and now grabbed by Thiab. Gets it to Benz, up ahead to Bylander. Actually, that's Vortherms. Vortherms dribbles top the key, goes left wing. Bylander for 3, no good. Rebounded by Smith, and he's going to be fouled by Skogsberg. That'll be his first, but it'll be the 4th for Roosevelt, so that's the last one for them to give. 1:08 to go here. Tetzloff quickly back in. And get it to Lease. He's double teamed. Gets it to Jones. Around the double team. Back to Lease. Lease up ahead to Bauer. Bauer over the timeline to Smith. Smith in the lane takes it up and lays it in. Great breaking of the press for the Bobcats. That cuts it to 1. First bucket for Smith. It's 12-11. Inside a minute to play, first quarter. Top of the key, Skogsberg. Left wing for Bylander. Cross court right side. Vortherms down in the corner. Bilal a 3. Nothing but net. Big bucket for Roosevelt. It's 15-11. It's about a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, a little more. Lease across the timeline to Bauer. Back to Lease to set up the offense. 15-11. Guarded by Bylander. He dribbles. Goes right wing for Bauer. Bauer in the backcourt for Jones. Jones goes in the backcourt. It's tipped away. It should have been a foul call. No foul as Bylander just ran over Lease. Bylander takes it up, lays it up and in over the front of the rim, and it's 17-11. In the corner, Bauer for 3 just before the buzzer. No good, rebounded by Bylander, and it's going to be 17-11 after 1 quarter of play. It will be Bobcats ball, Roosevelt ball to start the second quarter when we come back in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
From chasing a personal best to rallying with heart, from lifting with strength to harvesting with dedication. When pain is holding you back, trust Avera Orthopedics for comprehensive and specialized care. Because when you feel better and stronger, the possibilities are endless.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Start of the second quarter. Roosevelt ball. They lead 17-11. In the backcourt, into the game for the first time, DeAndre Painter goes to Skogsberg. Back to Painter. Top of the key he goes for Hoynes. Back to Painter. In the lane to Hoynes on the pick and roll, give and go, but it's out of his reach, out of bounds, back over to the Bobcats. Bobcats get a turnover on the first possession in the second quarter. Andrew Hines into the game, goes to Smith across the timeline to Johnson. Johnson dribbles, holds onto it, goes to Hines left wing. Hines holds onto it, and now he dribbles near the bottom of the circle to set the offense. Passes left wing for Bauer. Now we're going to go top of the key, tipped away by Bylander, who gets it tipped away, and it got knocked off of, it looked like it went off of Bylander's thigh, but they're going to say it went off of Smith last. No argument, must have been the right call. Skogsberg will inbound. He gets it in the backcourt for Painter. Painter, left side for Skogsberg, who was setting a pick, and it's stolen away by Smith. Smith up to the other end. On the wing, he holds for Johnson, who dribbles left open from three in the corner. Almost banked it in and out, no good. Rebound tip to the far corner, chased down by Hoynes. He gets it out across the timeline now for Bilal. Bilal goes left wing for Skogsberg. Lefty steps into a three, knocks one down. 20-11 for Roosevelt. They've hit a couple from downtown. Pass is tipped away by Bilal, and he takes it up with a two-hand flush. Just like that, it's a 9-point game in the turnovers, leading to points and hurting the Bobcats. Bauer back to Smith across the timeline for Hines. He goes to Smith. Smith crosses over, guarded by Bylander in the backcourt. Picks it up, goes right wing for Johnson. Johnson holds, goes top of the key for Bauer. Bauer goes left wing for Smith, lobs it in for Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff turns around and got a flop call. Bilal flopped and got the ref to buy it. Offensive foul against Tetzlaff. It goes the other way. 6:23 to go, second quarter, 22-11. Lease and Jones back in. Hines and Smith sit down. Lease without the mask tonight. Bauer still wearing his. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor here. Painter in the backcourt, dribbles left wing, goes top of the key for Skogsberg. Right side for Hoynes. Hoynes goes top of the key for Bilal. Back right wing for Hoynes, trying to bounce it into Skogsberg on the baseline. He does. Pass cross court, left wing, Memphis Bylander. Jab steps, fakes, and takes an extra half step, travels, gives it back to Brookings. We're going to have the Bobcats take it in. Jones gets it into Lease, started by Bilal. To Jones near baseline, across the timeline to Johnson, up ahead to Bauer. Bauer takes it in the lane, takes it up and lays it in against Hoynes. Big bucket for the Bobcats, cuts it back to 9. 5:50 to go, second quarter. Painter, top of the key, left wing for Skogsberg. Going to put up a three, nothing but net. You have to guard him. 25 feet in, 25-13. Skogsberg has 6. Tetzlaff dribbles it across the timeline. Pass in the corner. He's going to be fouled. It's going to go, I believe, against Painter. We'll await the official call. And once again, I'm wrong. It is going to be against Hoynes. Painter reacted as though the call was going to be on him. It looked like it was going to be on him. Skolsberg sits down, and back in is number 4, Akol Thiab. Bauer in the corner for Johnson. Johnson looks in the paint, nothing there. Dribbles to the top of the key, hands off for Bauer on the left wing. Bounces it in for Tetzloff, stolen away by Painter. Painter up to the other end. Crosses over, bumps against Bauer, drives down the right side of the baseline, kicks it out into the corner. An 18-footer, no good for Hoynes. Rebounded by Lease. Across the timeline to Bauer, up ahead to Johnson. In the backcourt for Lease. Johnson, back to Lease. We'll swing it right side for Jones, now on the wing. Bauer for 3. No good, and on the bounce off the back of the rim, it hits the the shot clock, which is out of bounds. Back over to Roosevelt. Inside 5 to play. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor. Alec Johnson going to join us, I believe, for the second half here. Painter going to hoist a 3, knocks one down. The threes have started falling for Roosevelt, and it's a big difference here. 15-point game. We've got 4 threes now. Jones in the corner for Bauer. Bauer dribbles out on the wing, trying to bounce it into Tetzloff, gets it to him. He's going to be fouled on the entry pass. It's going to go against Hoynes. That'll be his second. And I'm right. All right. It is 28-13. Johnson will sit down. Gavin Anderson in for the first time. Get it into Tetzloff. He kicks it in the corner for Anderson. Dribbles, goes out on the wing for Bauer, left side. Lease pump fakes, dribbles in, 18 feet away, banks it in. It's 28-15. Bylander, hesitation dribble against Jones, takes it in amongst the trees, gets it tied up on the way up. I believe Tetzloff got a hand on it, and it's going to be a jump ball. It'll go back over to the Bobcats. Good defense by Brookings. Kind of looked like a gang tackle in football, but they were all there for the ball, and Tetzloff got a hand on it. Tetzloff will sit down. Hunnemer back in. He'll face full court pressure here. Jones will inbound. Jones gets it, goes ahead to Bauer. Bauer across the court, left side for Anderson, who brings it across the timeline. Bobcats in their half-court offense. Left wing now, Hunnemer. In the corner for Bauer. This cross court for Lease, who hoists a 3. No good. Weak side board, grabbed by Bilal. Bilal presses up left side for Bylander. Bylander picks it up, back to Bilal. Back to Bylander. Looking in the post. Gets it to his teammate, Thiab. Thiab back out to Bylander. Top of the key, Bilal. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. Got it stripped away on the way up by Hunnemer. It stays with Roosevelt underneath. A half a step. Hunnemer did a good job catching up and knocking that one away. Thiab sits down. Schmaus back in. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor here. Inside 3.5 to go first half. Schmaus inbounding underneath right side. Gets it in the corner for Bylander. In the backcourt for Painter. Painter dribbles. Puts up a deep 3. Nothing but net. They've got some shooters on this team. You're going to have to guard them from deep. Probably going to have to quit going underneath picks, try to fight over the top. Jones gets it across the timeline for Hunnemer. Hunnemer double team, and a timeout. Coach Fredrickson calls it from the bench. They'll take a full timeout. We'll take 30 of it with them. 3:09 to go, second quarter, 31-15. Roosevelt with the lead. Bobcats ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To fix my fixer-upper.
To leave a legacy.
To make wellness a way of life.
First Bank and Trust knows it's your big picture that makes Brookings a special place.
To turn family recipes into local favorites.
Want to make your big picture a reality? Stop by First Bank and Trust or visit bankeasy.com.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill. 3:09 to go here, second quarter. 16-point lead for Roosevelt. I want to say thanks to Krogman and Company Real Estate for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Out of the timeout, Brookings ball. Hunnemer will inbound far sideline on the hash. Anderson, Lease, Jones, and Tetzloff on the floor as well. Inside to Jones and bound to Jones. Now in the backcourt for Lease. Lease goes right side for Tetzloff. Tetzloff holds, gives to Hunnemer, top of the key. Lease, left wing, Anderson. To Lease, right side, Hunnemer. Back left side, Anderson. In the post to Tetzloff. Pump fake, takes it up against two defenders. He gets it to go, and it'll count. He'll have a chance to finish it off from the stripe. Foul went on Schmaus. And that is going to be his third. Third of the quarter for Roosevelt. So Schmaus will sit down. Back in is Vortherns. Free throw for Tetzloff is good. Makes it a 13-point game. Tetzloff has 5. Go along with 2 boards and an assist. Bilal, left wing. Goes right side for Bylander. Dribbles top of the key, pass right wing. Skogsberg, 3. Air ball. And saved in. Go right to Anderson from Bilal. Now Lease brings it across. Left wing for Hunnemer in the post to Tetzloff. Pump fake, step through move, and the scoop shot off the board is good. Tetzloff has 7. Cuts the lead to 11. Inside 2.5 to go here first half. Top of the key, Skogsberg. Left wing for Painter. Painter dribbling against Anderson. Hands off for Bilal. Bilal in the lane, takes it up, gets it blocked, I believe by Hunnemer. Bilal comes up with a loose ball. He dribbles out top of the key. Left wing for Painter. Going to put up a 3. No good. Rebound grab by Hunnemer. Bobcats can get it to within single digits here. Quickly ripped by Bilal, who takes it up to the other end for a tomahawk slam this time. His second dunk of the night, and it's a 13-point lead. Inside 2 to play. First half. Anderson up ahead to Jones. Jones picks it up across the timeline, passes to Lease in the circle. Guarded by Vortherns. Lease hands off for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles left. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, gives it into the post for Tetzloff. Tetzloff to Jones on the right baseline. Dribbles in. Jumper from 10. Bothered by Bilal. High off the board, no good. Skogsberg with the rebound. Presses up left side for Bylander, who takes it up. He'll be fouled on the layup by Hunnemer. That'll be the first on Hunnemer. It's on the shot, so to the line goes Bylander. Memphis Bylander, 5 points, 2 rebounds so far here on the night. Again, a 72% free throw shooter and averages just under 11.5 points per game. Knocks down the first free throw. It's 34-20. Vortherns will sit down. Coming back in is going to be Akol Thayab. Hunnemer sits down for Brookings. And back in is Drew Johnson. I want to say thanks to Kelly Odegaard of Best Choice Real Estate for being a sponsor. Bylander hit the second free throw, but he was over the line before the ball hit the hoop. So will not count. Pressure. Johnson right side. Passes to Jones. Across the timeline now. Jones goes left wing for Tetzloff. Tetzloff goes cross court right side for Lease. Guarded by Painter. 14-point lead. He goes in the corner for Anderson. Anderson looks inside. Nothing there. He drives baseline, spins, goes right corner for Johnson. Top of the key, Lease. He's guarded by Painter. Left wing for Jones. Inside 10 to shoot. Bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff scoops it across to Lease, who takes it up. Good court vision by Tetzloff. Got an easy bucket for Lease, and he cuts it to 12. 40 seconds to play. Left wing Painter. Hesitation dribble against Lease. Takes it all the way to the bucket. Gets a shot to go, and the foul as well. That's going to be the first against Lease. Painter with the bucket has 8. He's hit 2 threes. And now he's going to try to make it 9 with an old-fashioned 3. Hayden Jones sits down. Jace Bauer back in. 33.6 seconds to play here. First half. 14-point lead for Roosevelt. Painter at the stripe, trying to finish off the 3-point play, and he does. Knocks it down. 68% free throw shooter is Painter, averages just over 13 points per game. Bobcats get it in. Shot clock is off, inside 30 to play. Lease brings it across against Skogsberg. They can hold for one if they like. He scoops to Anderson. Anderson back to Lease. Inside 20 now to go here in the first half. Lease guarded by Bilal. Bounces left wing for Anderson. Hands off for Johnson. Top of the key for Bauer. Back in the right corner for Lease. Bounces it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff dribbles. Takes it up against two defenders. Too strong off the board. Skogsberg grabs the miss. Heaves it up to the other end. In and out. That was about 3 feet beyond the Brookings three-point line. Almost went in. Just heaved it up at the buzzer and almost got it to go. 15-point lead at the break for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Takes us to our halftime. We'll give thoughts on the game here. We'll give some stats from the first half. Maybe some scores from other games in South Dakota going on as well during our halftime show coming up next. Bobcats basketball. Bobcats trail 37-22 at halftime to Roosevelt. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. Unwelcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
This game has kind of gone like a lot of the other ones have this year. The Roosevelt didn't start off shooting very well and then caught heat in the second quarter. So, and they're hitting them even if they're 25 feet deep with somebody kind of on them, so they kind of just caught fire. Take a look at a few other scores. Brandon Valley beating Washington 27-24 at halftime. Lincoln over O'Gorman 34-24 at halftime. Lincoln, the number 1 team in the state. Let's see here. Watertown and Jefferson in a tight one at halftime. 39-38 Watertown at half. Mitchell up big over Aberdeen Central at halftime. 34-14 that is. Huron is winning over Pierre 30-23 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Huron, the 4th-rated team in the state. And Hot Springs and Douglas not underway yet. Maybe just underway. No update on that score yet, though. And T and Harrisburg. Harrisburg, the 3 team, and T, the 5 team, set for an 8 o'clock tip tonight. So no score on that one. Spearfish and Sturgis getting set to go at 8:30 tonight. So no update on that one as of yet either. Scores in the girls, O'Gorman, the number 2 team in the state, 62-15 over Sioux Falls Lincoln. That's a final. Harrisburg, 34-32 over T with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Brookings beating Roosevelt 29-28 at halftime. That's down in Sioux Falls. Jefferson 28-9 over Watertown at halftime. Mitchell beating the number 5 team Aberdeen Central 39-35 with 4 minutes left in the third. It's at Central High School in Aberdeen. Brandon Valley, the number 1 team in the state, beating the number 3 team, Sioux Falls, Washington, 35-27 with 5 minutes left in the third. And Huron beating Pierre 30-16 at halftime. Spearfish and Sturgis set to get underway, or I'm not sure, it says 7. Is that 7 their time and 8 our time maybe? But I don't have an update on that. Douglas and Hill City is set for an 8 o'clock start tonight as well. So there's a look at some scores. We'll take our final break here, back in 60 seconds with the second half. The Bobcats trail at halftime, 37-22 to Roosevelt. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare South Dakota's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Start of the second half, it will be Roosevelt basketball. They'll be going left to right from our vantage point here in the Dallas Cole press box. Both teams starting the way they started the game. Schmaus, remember, with those 3 fouls, he's out there running point for Roosevelt. Gets a pick, runs to the left wing, picks it up, pass in the backcourt for Hoynes. Hoynes holds, goes right side for Bylander. Down in the corner, Bilal will hoist a 3, no good. Rebound tapped and grabbed by Hunter.
And that right there is the start Brookings needed. Come away, missed 3 by Roosevelt, got the rebound. That's the thing Brookings is going to have to do here this half, take it possession by possession. But the more stops they can get, the better.
Left wing cross-court pass to Lease and the post to Tetzlaff, who takes it up strong, gets the finish. He'll have 9 and a chance to get into double digits with this free throw. It will count, and he is hacked, and it's going to go on Hoynes. It's 3 on Hoynes, so Schmaus and Hoynes, 2 starters for the Rough Riders, each with 3. That cuts the lead to 13. And Tetzloff's free throw is good. Off the back of the rim, high into the air and back through. It all counts.
It's a friendly bounce.
He is 2 of 2 from the stripe. He's got 10. And 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Smouse goes baseline, dribbles, kicks it into the corner. Bilal, 3, no good, in and out. Rebound tapped out, grabbed by Hunnemer. Hunnemer is going to be bumped, no call. Lease now has it. He'll bring it across the timeline. Bobcats can cut it to 10 or within single digits on this trip. Lease hands off for Hunnemer. Back to Lease now on the left hash. Gets a pick from Tetzloff. Dribbles to the free throw line down the center of the lane. Off the board straight away on the drive. Gets it to go, does Lease. And it's a 10-point game. He's got 6:45 to go. I want to say thanks to Pepsi for being the sponsor. Schmaus guarded by Johnson. Passes left side for Bylander. Back right side for Schmaus. Schmaus splits the double team, lost the ball. Hoynes comes up with it, somehow drops it off to Skogsberg, and he puts it in. Looked like it was planned, it was not.
I didn't think that was a pass. Like you said, try to split the defense, but then it's just perfect. Ball landed up right where it needed to go.
Pass tipped on the other way up the court. Grabbed by Hoynes up ahead. Skogsberg in the lane. Shot no good. Skogsberg comes up with a loose ball. No look pass in the corner. Schmaus knocks down a 3 and Skogsberg is limping. We got a quick timeout from head coach Mitch Bagaman. Probably get a sub in for Skogsberg, who's favoring an ankle. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 6:09 to go, third quarter. 42-27. Roosevelt with the lead, and it'll be Brookings ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Smith gets it into Johnson, back to Smith. Up ahead to Bauer. Bauer cross court to Johnson, now across the timeline. Johnson avoids a double team, dribbles to the wing. Picks it up, goes to Bauer in the corner, back out to Johnson. Johnson lobs it in for Tetzloff into a double team, tipped away and stolen by Skogsberg, who saves it in. Johnson comes up with it, and I think Bauer took a shot to the face, and he's trying to walk it off. Lease lost his footing, went down to his knee. If he'd had his dribble, he could have curly kneeled it. Yeah, unable to keep it. Gets back up and gets called for the travel. Shot clock was running down. Probably should have reset. I think Skogsberg had possession of it. Saved it in with 2 hands. Schmaus dribbles, goes baseline, drops it in the lane, intended for one of 2 teammates. Both Skogsberg and Hoynes got a hand on it, but neither one could control it as they essentially tipped it away from each other. Out of bounds, back over to Brookings. Johnson to Smith, up ahead to Bauer. Bauer across the timeline to Johnson. Left side of the court, near side of the court. Johnson dribbles, goes right side for Lease. 25 on the shot clock. Lease calling out the play, gets a pick from Tetzloff. Gonna pull up from 25 feet on the 3, no good. Rebound is tipped out to Johnson, to Smith. Back to Johnson in the corner, left open from 3, no good. Rebound tap, now grabbed by Tetzloff. He takes it in and puts it off the board. They don't fall for that flop. He fell for the one in the first half, but not that one. Skogsberg tried to take it. That cuts it to 13. 12 for Tetzloff. It was Bilal in the first half who got away with the flop. Right elbow. Skogsberg pulled up awkwardly. Floater is good for the lefty. Kind of pulled up and just righted himself in the air. He's got 10. Back to a 15-point lead. Tetzloff brings it across the timeline. Leaves for Lease. Inside 4.5 to go. Third quarter. Bauer now has it. Pass left side for Johnson. Johnson dribbles. Goes right wing for Smith. Smith top of the key for Lease. Lease dribbles. 14-foot runner. Gets it to go in traffic over Schmaus. Lease has got 8. Cuts it to 13. 4:05 to go. Third quarter. I want to say thanks to Active Heating. Skogsberg goes in the lane. Bylander tried to gather himself. And Smith got in his way. Smith will pick up the foul. That'll be his first. The one they're going to say is on the shot. Bylander going to the line. His third trip. Knocks down the first one. Bylander now is 4 of 5 from the stripe. Bauer sits down. Jones back in. Coyne sits down. And back in is number 4, Thiab, who gets the offensive rebound on the miss. Put back no good. Stick back is good for Skogsberg. 16-point lead. Largest of the night. Lease goes to Smith. Across the timelines to Jones. Pass is tipped by Skogsberg. Grabbed by Thiab. Thiab now to Schmaus. Schmaus takes it up. No good, Strong on the runner. Rebound tapped around the lane. We're going to get a foul, and it's going to go to the other end as it'll be on the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Foul's going to go on number 23. That is Bryson Skogsberg. Be the second of the quarter for Roosevelt. First on Skogsberg. Andrew Haig in for the first time. Jones sits down. Bobcats will have to get it inbounds here and face some full court pressure. I'll say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor. They get it into Haig. Haig dribbles it up right side, passes through the double team to Johnson. Johnson back to Haig. Haig back to Johnson across the timeline. Johnson left wing, picks it up. Goes in the corner for Smith. Smith going to hoist a 3. Airballs it. Rebounded by Schmaus, and we're going to get a whistle as he traveled. Before heading up court, they would have had an easy bucket. Would have been a dunk as well, as Bilal was out top, or out and ahead of everybody. He's already got 2 dunks on the night. A 2-hand flush and a tomahawk. The Bobcats catch a break there, can cut into a 16-point lead. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction. Lease gets it into Haig, right wing. 3 for Andrew Haig. No good. Rebound, tapped around, now grabbed by Skogsberg after a tap by Thiab. Skogsberg gets it tipped away by Smith, and it will stay with Roosevelt. Skogsberg going 1-on-3. That is ill-advised, no matter almost who you are. As Coach Begman will probably tell him. We've got a shoe that needs to be tied by Bilal, and we'll wait for that. We'll get back to it. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System for being a sponsor. Schmaus gets it in the corner for Painter. Painter had a big first half. 9 points. 2 threes and an old-fashioned 3. Painter in the front court. His runner is going to airmail over the rim, but it's going to be 2 shots coming up as he was fouled.
Bobcats foul on number 11, Gavin Smith.
Gavin Smith picks up the foul. That's his second. Painter at the line trying to get into double digits with this first free throw, and he does. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor here. He's come in and shot well here on the night. A couple threes in that first half. He's got 3 free throws. And he's got 11. Lease brings it across the timeline. We're going to get a whistle here. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 30 of the 60 with them. 2:53 to go, third quarter, 49-31, Roosevelt with the lead. Bobcats ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Seems like the Bobcats go through a stretch. Most games where they turn it over quickly and give up easy buckets. That's kind of what happened in the second quarter that helped them stretch this lead out. And now Roosevelt relying on some good shooting and heady play to stretch it out to 18 now, largest of the night.
Yeah, and Brookings started this quarter doing exactly what they needed. They got a stop on the defensive end. They got a 3-point play from Bergen, but like you mentioned, then a couple costly turnovers on that press Roosevelt also just doing a good job of getting to the free throw line, just that physicalness of getting around Brookings, attacking the lane, and again, they're 6 of 8 from the free throw line, but also they're 18 of 33 from the field, shooting 55%. So it's one thing when you're not shooting as well, but Roosevelt doing a really good job of putting the ball in the bucket, hence this 18-point lead that they have here in the third.
Johnson spins, left elbow, fall away, jumper from 15 is good for Drew Johnson. Maybe that'll get him going a little bit. He had the runner hang on to the front of the rim and drop through in the first half. He's got 4. Cuts it to 16. Left wing Schmaus. Goes top of the key for Thiab. Thiab. He's now for Painter. Painter going to put up a 3. No good, but he's fouled by Drew Johnson. Drew doesn't like the call. It's going to be a second. 3 coming up for Painter. It's not what you want to do. You want to guard close.
A little too close, yeah.
Be pesky, but not that pesky.
No, not enough really room for Painter to land. So again, Drew not happy with the call, but obviously I think it was the correct call.
Painter misses a free throw. Didn't see that one coming. He was perfect up to that point. He's hit a couple of threes as well. He's a good shooter. He's got 11. Remains a 16-point ball game with 2:17 to go in the third. Second of 3 for Painter. No good. Maybe Drew didn't foul it. Ball doesn't lie, right?
Right now, it's definitely not lying.
Smith and Haig sit down. Back in, going to be Anderson and Bauer. So it's Bauer, Lease, Tetzloff, Anderson, and Johnson on the floor. Painter's third of 3. He misses them all. Big break for the Bobcats. Tetzloff tracks down the rebound and gets it to Anderson. Tetzloff now with 4 rebounds on the night. Anderson picks it up in the backcourt to Bauer. Left wing down for Lease. In the post for Tetzloff. In the corner for Johnson. Hoist to 3. No good. Tetzloff with the board and the putback. It's good. 5th rebound and now 14 points for Bergen Tetzloff. And it's cut to a 14-point lead. 49-35. Inside 2 to play, third quarter. Bobcats just outside striking distance here. Top of the key, it is Vorthers. In the post, he goes for Skogsberg. Turnaround jumper is good over Johnson by Skogsberg. 6'4" junior, used his height there. He's got 14. Back to a 16-point game. Left wing Johnson. In the post, he looks for Tetzloff. Nothing there to Anderson in the corner. Cross court, right side, Lease. 24-foot 3. Nothing but net. Lease gets one to go. Makes it a 13-point game, coming up on a minute to play. Lease now with 11. Skogsberg directing traffic with his head nod. I don't think it's working. Right wing pass for Painter. He's going to pull up. Knock down another 3. Can't give him an inch. Smooth shot. Painter now with 14. It's back to a 16-point lead. Lease takes it up in the lane, gets it blocked out of bounds by Thiab. Lease looks like he took a shot to the right upper chest area. And underneath the armpit above the rib cage. Forearm or an elbow.
Something bothering him.
Puts it into Tetzloff in the corner to Anderson on the wing now. Back to Lease in the corner. He's going to put up another 3. Knocks down another one. They've got Lease going. Cuts it back to 13. Bobcats need to stop. 40 to play here, third quarter. About a 7 or rather 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. In the lane, high off the board, Painter. No good rebound, tipped away from Thiab. And we've got a technical foul against Painter. I think he was complaining about no foul call being made. Referee looking at his number here. I think he gave up 20, but it should be 21.
It was a very quick technical. So like you said, he obviously said something because the ball wasn't even out of bounds yet before the referee had already blown his whistle. So like you said, I think he obviously wanted a foul call on that take or whatnot. Obviously it said something a little too loud for the referee to hear because it was a quick technical.
He reacted with a furrowed brow and his hands raised as he was falling to the floor, and then he must have said something like you said. First free throw no good for Johnson, second one is good. And the Bobcats will get the ball. They trail now by 12. And cut it to 10 or within single digits here on this possession. Anderson to inbound, far sideline. On the hash. 27 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Bobcats can Holds for one if they like. It's inbound to Johnson. Johnson dribbling in the backcourt. Guarded by Skogsberg. Pass to Anderson. Anderson dribbles to the left elbow. Picks it up in the corner for Bauer. In the post to Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff dribbles. And scoops it up and in under the armpit of Fayad. Tetzlaff's got 16. It's a 10-point game. In the backcourt, Skogsberg with a dribble, and he didn't see the time as it ran out. And he was looking for his teammate to go back door. Wouldn't have had time for that either. He just didn't know how much time was on the clock. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Bobcats will have the ball to start the fourth in 60 seconds, trailing by 10 to the number 2 team in the state. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill. Brookings girls are leading 41-39 with under a minute to go in the third at Roosevelt High School tonight. Bobcats get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Johnson, right wing for Lease. Lease holds, goes in the corner for Bauer. Bauer bounces it in for Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff takes it up. Nice bounce pass on the baseline. Jared Allen Johnson save there from Bauer. Tetzlaff has an easy one. He's got 18.
Great seal by Bergen. Again, great pass by Jace, but to hold him off like Bergen did. Now again, just keep getting stops offensively. You have to keep working through Bergen. He's just had control of this offense.
Skogsberg 3 is good. He can't give these guys looks from the outside. Get down on him. 11-point lead. 7:20 to go. Huntemer in the backcourt. Goes across the timeline for Tetzlaff. Tetzlaff, no foul call. Late whistle. We got a timeout, I believe. Oh wait, no, we do have a foul call. Okay, thank goodness.
I was going to say Bergen's not a guy. I don't know if I've ever seen fall to the ground. So if they weren't, for a second too, I thought it was a late whistle. They might have called a travel, but luckily they made the correct call.
Bylander got away with running over Lease in the first half too. Tetzlaff spins in the lane, scoop shot, no good. Rebounded by Hoynes. Skogsberg brings it up across the timeline. Skogsberg goes cross court for Bylander in the corner. He drives through the lane, a scoop shot, no good. Rebound tipped in the lane, grabbed by Lease. Lease dribbles it up to the other end. And he puts it off the board, and no good. And rebounded by Bauer, no good on the putback and the rebound. This time it's going to be a foul call against the Bobcats. Lease got himself caught in the air. He thought he was going to throw it to Tetzlaff, realized he was covered, so just threw it up on the board. Heads up play after getting himself caught in the air. The ball goes the other way. There was no foul call. It's just out of bounds. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor. Right wing Bylander goes cross court left side for Bilal, who drives the baseline. Going to get the foul call against Bauer. That'll be 2 on Bauer. Second of the quarter for Brookings. So Rough Riders will take it out underneath. Schmaus, left side, 6:31 to go, 11-point lead, gets it in. Back to Schmaus, a 3, no good. Rebounded by Skogsberg. The putback is good, and he'll be fouled by Tetzlaff, and it'll count. Tetzlaff's going to pick up his second. Rebounding, big key to this. Limiting possessions, limiting opportunities. Second chance opportunities have killed the Bobcats tonight.
Yeah, 7th offensive rebound there for Roosevelt. Brookings with 7 as well. But still, anytime you can get those offensive rebounds, especially after substitute. On the made basket, so they had to let Hayden Jones come in for Noah. But like you mentioned, anytime you give up an offensive rebound after a missed shot, it is just crucial. And then Roosevelt able to capitalize on that one. And when they've missed a three, which doesn't seem like it happens often, that's almost the last time you want to get back an offensive rebound.
Bobcats just had it down to 8. All of a sudden, it's stretched back out to 14. 6:20 to go across the timeline to Tetzloff. In the corner for Jones. Jones dribbles, gets a pick in the backcourt now. Picks it up, goes left wing for Johnson. Johnson gonna hoist a 3. Nothing but net. Johnson got one to go. He's got 8. That's the lead at 11. 6 minutes to go, 4th quarter. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor. Skogsberg in the backcourt. Passes left side for Bylander. Bylander in the lane to Hoynes, who was open, and he's gonna double dribble. He dribbled with both hands. Or did he pick it up and dribble again?
I think he was saying when he caught the entry pass, it looked like he had knocked it down with a hand,
Steadied
picked it up,
yeah.
and then went again. So one of those kind of hard to tell when you maintain possession. But
Bobcats get across the timeline. Bauer goes all the way to the near sideline to Johnson, now to Hunter. Johnson left hash. Goes in the corner for Bauer. Bauer dribbles into the lane. Runner is no good. It fell down. It looked like it was coming off the rim, and it fell in. A 9-point game. 5:25 to go. Beautiful move for Bauer. Now Skogsberg goes top of the key for Bilal. Bilal jab steps down the center of the lane, takes it up. 2-hand flush. Just found his way to the bucket. Third dunk of the game. He's got 14. Back to an 11-point lead. Bauer to Hunter to Johnson. Johnson dribbles around a double team across the timeline. Gets it tipped away. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be 4 on Schmaus. Rough Riders crowd do not appreciate the call. 4:59 to go. I'll say thanks to Krogman and Company Real Estate for being a sponsor. Hunter gets it into Johnson. Johnson dribbles through the circle. Passes left wing for Hunter. Hunter hands off for Jones. Hunter's got a piece of gauze in his nostril. Lobbed into Tetzloff at the baseline. He got it from Johnson, and through 2 defenders, he puts it up and in. Tetzloff with 20. Cuts it to 9. 4:40 to go. Schmaus drives baseline. Euro step. Lost the ball out of bounds. Back over to the Bobcats. Schmaus having a rough night. Bobcats defenders were still. I think there should have been a foul call.
I think it was no call. It was a Euro step when he tried to get around Drew, but like you had mentioned, Drew was already there, set still. Schmaus just did the Euro step, kind of bumped into it and fell down, and then obviously lost possession of it. So correct no call there.
Lease back in. He gets the ball from Tetzloff across the timeline. Hunter in the backcourt gets to Lease to reset. He'll dribble near the bottom of the circle. Lease came back in for Jones. Right wing Tetzloff. Hands off for Hunter. Top of the key Lease. Left wing Johnson. Looking in the post to Tetzloff against Payne. Cross court right side. Bauer will hoist a 3. And it goes! Hung on the back of the rim and fell through. A 6-point ball game. Inside 4 to go. Who saw this coming? Painter in the backcourt. Right side for Bilal. Bilal dribbles against Bauer, takes it up. Too high off the board, bothered by Tetzloff. The rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Skogsberg. It goes over to the Bobcats. Bobcats can cut into a lead of 6.
And that one maybe a little body on that one, but again, when it comes to the thing about Tetzloff, he's just such a big body that when he goes straight up, anybody that goes into him, it's going to look like a foul. And that one right there, he was straight up. So even though it looked like one, it's hard to call it against him when he's just such a big body.
Tetzloff all the way ahead to Bauer, who blew the layup over Painter. Rebound comes down to Skogsberg down the left side of the lane. His left-handed scoop shot will not go, but he'll have 2 free throws coming up as he was fouled by Hunter. That shot goes. It's a 4-point game. Bauer just couldn't get it to go. It did get bothered a little bit, but he should have knocked it down. Hunter picks up his second. It's on the shot, so Skogsberg is at the line. Skogsberg on the year. 78% free throw shooter, averages 13 points per game. Probably not who you want at the line, the 78% free throw shooter, but it was no good. He misses it. 62-56. Jones comes back in. Bauer will sit down. We'll say thanks to Kelly Odegaard of Best Choice Real Estate for being a sponsor here. Second for Skogsburg is in and out and back in. Quick timeout by Mitch Begeman for the Rough Riders. We'll take it with them. 3:26 to go. 63-56. Bobcats trail to Sioux Falls Roosevelt. It'll be Brookings ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall, presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. It is 63-56. Bobcats trail. They've got the ball out of the timeout.
And again, here's where you still have to just work your offense through Bergen. They've done such a good job at it. And something you've seen from Bergen all year, he's such a good facilitator too. He's not going to put up a bad shot. If he gets doubled or tripled, he would be quick to kick it out to a shooter like Hayden, Drew, or even Noah.
So they'll inbound it. Johnson gets it to Lease. Lease will bring it up. Start things off for the Bobcats. They trail by 7. Dribbling to the right side. Lease all the way to the front court. Pump fake, step fake, and he's going to be called for a travel. Not sure about the call. Came from out top. He was pivoting. Didn't look like he picked up his foot. But it'll go back over to the Rough Riders. Tough call for the Bobcats. Painter directing traffic, gets a pick, goes left side for Bylander. Bylander dribbles top of the key, pass right side for Painter. Painter dribbles in the lane now for Fayab, who got fouled on the floor. That'll be the 5th though, so he'll be shooting either way. It's going to go against Hunnemer. That's his 3rd. So Fayab at the line. They call Fayab 64% free throw shooter on the year and averages just over 3 points per game. Knocks down the first one. Makes it an 8-point game with 2:58 to go. Fayab, the lefty, second free throw is in and out, no good, and on the rebound, we're going to get a lane violation.
Okay, I was going to say, if it was a foul, I watched Hayden box out. It was a textbook box out. So the fact that, if it would have been a foul, I would have, yes, but lane violation, I guess.
And he knocks it down. They give him another chance, and he makes him pay. 9-point game, 2:57 to go. Lease will bring it up against Bilal. Across the timeline. Picks it up. Goes back door for Hunnemer, who takes it up. Gets it blocked by Fayab. Ball on the floor. Fayab goes to his backside and gets it out to Bylander. Up ahead now for Bilal. He takes it up with a 2-hand. Double clutch flush. 13-point game. 2:30 to go. Turnovers and lack of finishes. They get in the Tetzlaff, who goes into the corner off the hands of Jones, who's coming to the basket. And he can't handle it. Out of bounds. Back over to the Rough Riders.
Number 5, Chase Bauer.
Chase Bauer will come back in for the Bobcats after the timeout. We'll take a quick 30 with them. 2:19 to go here. 4th quarter. 67-56. It is the Rough Riders with the lead. Their ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. 2:19 to go here. 11-point lead for Roosevelt, and they've got the ball. Skogsburg will inbound. They'll have full court pressure. And he's gonna call a timeout. We'll take another quick one with them. 2:19 to go. 11-point lead for Roosevelt. Their ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
From chasing a personal best to rallying with heart. From lifting with strength to harvesting with dedication. When pain is holding you back, trust Vera Orthopedics for comprehensive and specialized care. Because when you feel better and stronger, the possibilities are endless.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Covey Sports Bar and Grill. Girls are down 9 late at Roosevelt. For a while.
They're up 2. I think it was 41-39, and then obviously Roosevelt actually went on an 11-0 run. They go 50-41. So one of those things that kind of seen from both boys and girls this year is when other teams get in that run or go on a run, how can they respond? We've seen it tonight a couple times. Brookings has gotten it to 9 multiple times, but then Roosevelt's been able to answer back and extend that lead.
Bilal misses but gets his own rebound as nobody boxed him out, and he's got an easy bucket. It's back to 13. Inside 2 to play. Bauer goes to Lease down the right side of the lane. Double clutch shot. Got it to go with spin off the board. Nice move by Lease. He's got 14. Make it 16. Cuts it to 11. A minute 40 to go. Painter across the timeline. Started by Lease. Goes left side for Bilal. Bilal goes in for Thiab on the pick and roll, but it's behind him and out of bounds. Back over to the Bobcats. Coach Begeman frustrated with the turnovers all of a sudden. Reese gets it from Hunnemer. Dribbles it across the timeline. Contact between Bauer and Bilal on the pick. Left wing Lease, a 3, no good. Bauer with the rebound. Kicks it to Johnson in the corner. 3 is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Skogsberg, and he's going to be fouled as they were trying to rip it away from him. Go down to the other end and shoot. It's going to go on Jace Bauer. That'll be his 3rd. Bobcats are in the bonus, so Skogsberg steps to the line. He's got 21, leading all players in the game, to go along with 8 rebounds and an assist. A good night. He's played within himself well, this Skogsberg. Lefty free throw is no good. Shot well early. He's been missing them of late. Minute 14 to go, an 11-point lead. And he knocks down the second one, 70-58. In the Lease. Lease gets a pick from Tetzloff, dribbles to the right wing. Goes top of the key for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles, goes out to Lease, pump fakes, Lease into the front court. Back out to Hunnemer. Hunnemer gets it stripped away by Schmaus. Schmaus will take it up to the other end and lay it in off the steal. 14-point game. Lease goes left wing for Johnson. Going to step into a deep 3. Nothing but net. It's an 11-point game. A quick timeout for Joe Fredrickson from the bench. Bobcats will talk it over. We'll take 30 of the 60 with them. 48 to go. 72-61. Roosevelt with the lead in the ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Covey Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
What's your big picture? To keep our main streets thriving.
To fix my fixer-upper.
To leave a legacy.
To make wellness a way of life.
First Bank and Trust knows it's your big picture that makes Brookings a special place.
To turn family recipes into local favorites.
Want to make your big picture a reality? Stop by First Bank and Trust or visit bankeasy.com.
Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Covey Sports Bar and Grill. 72-61. Roosevelt with the lead. It'll be their ball out of the timeout. Second chance points and some pretty poorly timed, I don't know if they're well timed turnovers, but there are some that are worse than others. The Bobcats have had some of those tonight.
Yeah, they have, and also too just the rebounding. We've seen on free throws, missed shot attempts, but Roosevelt 6 offensive rebounds here in the second half alone. They only had 2 in the first half, so Brookings a good job of boxing out, getting those rebounds. But Roosevelt's done a much better job here in the second half. And again, when you're giving teams second, third chance opportunities, especially with how well they've been shooting, it just has not been helping Brookings. And again, you've said multiple times they've had it to within 9, and then before you know it, it's back up to 13, 15, anywhere like that. So again, 11, 12 right now. So Brookings was able to keep it in that single digit, just couldn't get enough stops or those rebounds to cut into it when they did have it at 9.
Bauer picked up the quick foul to put him on the line. Schmaus knocks down the first one. He's a 76% free throw shooter, misses the second one. It's a 12-point game. They get it to Lease. Lease across the timeline. He's got to show some urgency here. And he's should have gotten the foul call. Dribbles into the front court, bounces it to Tetzloff. Stolen away by Thiab. He gets it to Bilal. And the Bobcats going to back off here now. Inside 30 to go. Shot clock is off, and they can hold it, and they will. Valiant effort by the Bobcats. They're going to come up short, though. 73-61 going to be the final. We'll do probably a bit of a short post game here tonight for obvious reasons. I don't know if you've been able to understand many words I've said tonight. We'll take a break. We'll give our quick thoughts on the game. We'll do some official stats with Alec Johnson. We'll talk with head coach of Joe Fredrickson, head coach of the Bobcats, Joe Fredrickson, and then we'll give our next times out here for the girls and the boys basketball teams. Boys come up short, 73-61 at home against the number 2 team in the state, Roosevelt. We'll take a break here. Back with the post game next. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. All right, Drew, go 4 minutes here. We should have